Yeah, you know, you're in the zone. Sometimes you're just you're feeling so good, you know that you've got this advantage. You listen to Caramel dancing, you know, over on the YouTube loop for 10 hours.
I don't know what that is. Am I not hip anymore?
Just message Neff. He'll fill you in
Oh,
on
okay.
that.
Thank you. Excellent.
Yes.
Neff
I know
is
how you fellow Canadians talk to one
yes, yeah.
another.
I saw him at the last meeting. It was he's looking
Excellent.
good. Yeah.
Excellent. Good, good. I'm sure Jenkins was there and Owie as well. You know, those general Canadian meetings that y'all have as you plan to take over NA Dota, which is,
Hmm.
you know, it's coming into.
It's slowly happening.
Yeah.
Not through any effort of me, that's for sure. I love this courier showcase we're getting here right now. Personally, I do think that the monkey here, I guess it's more of a baboon, is the winner. Is that a bonobo? Is that what they're called? I forget.
Uh,
But
it's
yeah,
definitely it's more of a baboon,
it
though, for
is some
sure.
sort of a
Yeah.
baboon. Yeah, yeah. It's
Yeah.
looking good. I'm a big fan. Four
What's your
minutes of
favorite
pause left.
courier?
Oh, my favorite courier is
Yeah.
I have to remember their names. Hold on, let me search my inventory. It is called Patch, Stash, and Hob. It is a courier that is like three little donkey couriers because I always really
Oh, that
liked the
one is
default
very
one.
cute.
Yeah, yeah. The default donkey courier just slays me. So getting three of them, it's pretty great.
But they're babies. They're
Yeah,
baby donkeys.
yeah. So don't kill my
Way
courier.
cuter. Way cuter. Now everyone's going to be targeting you. Now they know how near and dear they are to your heart, Trent. Every pub that you play, you'll be living in
Oh, you'll
constant
never
fear
get
that your
my
little
courier.
donkey babies.
Oh, I make a point of not letting the courier die. I've just seen them just perish so many times in pro matches that I just can't take it anymore. Especially when it was so easily avoidable. Just like do one shift queue on the way out, and honestly, you'll dodge like 90% of courier gangs. It's really not that hard. I think
Well, tell that to some
couriers
pro
are.
players.
I mean,
That
that's what I was saying. Honestly, they go on and on about like the tiny details that win you a Dota game, and none of them will just like run their courier over the tree. It takes like 2 seconds of micro. Not even. It's like a quarter of a second of micro. It's not my job to win Dota games, but I feel like it could be done a little more often. And I swear, if I see one more courier fly through a ward when a smoke's going on, like a very obvious ward spot, that's the worst.
He's
That
gonna
one
lose it,
really gets
guys.
me. I
We're
will
gonna
lose
see
it.
that Canadian rage, the fabled Canadian rage. I like how they just realized that Vol was AFK. Everyone had left the base. They're like, "Oh, hey, wait a minute, Vol's not leaving." Kind of important, guys. I'm glad they noticed it, though.
He's just a Centaur player anyway. He just presses R for the rest of the game. He'll be fine. Gosh, a adventurous Nyx assassin here, inching his way through, seeing what's going on. It's like, oh, no heroes over here. And we'll go right back towards the Roach pit. Didn't even drop a ward, so no sneaky plays here or anything like that. Of course, they will now see that he's lurking there with a ward, so now they won't be as suspicious.
This is gonna be a ward that's gonna be used for jumping some couriers. You think?
Potentially. It's a little bit hard, unfortunately, as a Nyx assassin.
B9 has to be a little careful here because we do have the Impale picked up on Frogos.
Yeah, and he
Wants
already
to
got
try to
stomped
line it
once
up.
as he took the rune right in his face.
Let's see. He's thought about drawing up here. Let's poke again over to B9. Milan's the Impale, just taking a lot of this damage right off the bat. It's the stomp.
Surprised he went for that, yeah. That's another shield used. You'll take it.
It's some harass going out for sure. No, Frogos doesn't feel like he's looking too careful here. My
He has
goodness.
no tangos. So,
yeah,
I mean,
he's got them boots.
yeah, Nyx is amazing regen early. That's like one of the hallmarks of this hero, right? Like the 4.3, it's like him and Bat just have it crazy. So he's able to get the boots and be a little bit more aggressive. So it's on its way out now. It'll be fine. Nice body block there from B9, though. Keeping that high. Came a little bit early, though, so that's to tank a lot of damage.
Yeah. Doesn't have a lot of mana left either. Does have, of course, a clarity, a couple stick charges, but it's definitely going to have to deal with this annoyance of the Nyx the entire time.
And
Courier's making his way over. Ooh, Disco Bunny. Speaking of fancy couriers.
Yeah, seriously. And he's going to know that this is blocked right now, I'm pretty sure, because he was checking B9's inventory if he was paying attention. But you don't really want to deward until the end if you think he's another sentry in hand. I have put all my attention to the top lane. Is anything else happening in this game? Oh, well, there you go. That's why. There's a 2-hero stun. Boom.
That's exactly. You were just anticipating it.
Yeah.
A lot of damage, though, coming out here. With that aphotic shield popping, but that's just going to continue to be very annoying. In the bottom lane, what do we have going on down here, Trent? Talk to me about this lane.
Well, we have a Jakiro, a hero that we pretty much never get to see. Has one of the higher value level 1 spells with the dual breath. Does a ton of damage, really strong. It's really good on the second level too because it doubles in the damage. So it's like one of those value 2-pointers before you go back for the ice bath or the liquid fire, depending on the game. So it's he's tanky. He can just walk at a Dragonite. Like, what's a Dragonite ever going to do to a Jakiro? Like, you are the dragon, you know? You'd think that he'd be good versus you, but you don't really care. You're very tanky.
I mean, anime lore here. Although I guess Davion is not the, the Dragon Slayer, as he is clearly a Dragon sympathizer now. So perhaps that also comes into play. But yeah, very tanky support, not something that we typically have been seeing very, very often. So it's more of a gentleman's agreement between Jakiro and the Dragon Knight. Yaren is, of course, just blinking away. He's going to have a little bit more of an impact this time around on this Hoodwink. And you can see the harass that this Hoodwink is able to place down as well, just within the laning phase. Yeah, it's a lot better than that Techies.
Just Blightstoning, being a real nuisance. Scourge deck going to need a Sal from support there. And I thought Frugos was going to catch the fact that his camp was blocked, but he didn't. And then he ended up actually leaving the sentry. So he's ready for the D-ward. Now he actually wants it blocked since they managed to stabilize the lane. So he's very happy with the situation. He's after a courier.
He wants it so bad. Oh, there it is. That's the second courier in this game. Creep's courier dying earlier. Now Frogos is managing to get himself the one here top.
And mid lane is just dead even.
Classic.
Yeah.
We'll start to see, I think, some more pressure eventually, but he's going to farm up. Has anyone stacked, though? That's my question. They blocked the camp over here. I like that play.
Yeah, that's how you win mid, right? You block the small camp.
Yes.
Instantly yours now. No, still no stacking because Yaren's been very busy harassing and pinging the Slark. Not going to make it there in time either on the 4 minutes spawn. So hopefully on the 5. I really think they need more Ancients being done this game because there's not really a threat of the Radiant stealing them in my mind.
Yeah, it's not typically, the lineup you'd see going after stacks. But yeah, considering that it is it's a Lukey Lukey Dragonite. This Dragonite should be very, very durable. Does have to be careful, obviously. You can't have too many of those Essence stacks. But I would like to see Yaren, making these rotations to stack, perhaps to harass the Leshrac like we talked about. Wouldn't be the worst idea.
I'm curious what the first move for the cut will be this game. Because there's nothing that really screams like do stuff other than Lesh going to a tower. So I guess it'll probably just be top. Speaking of which, Vol is hurting here.
Yeah, it's taking a lot of damage, and this is probably going to be our first blood as Creep cleans him up. So, nicely played here, coming up from the side of DogChamp, realizing they had the opportunity and taking it. Bottom lane, it's like they tried to put a little bit more damage over onto Scourge, but not being able to follow up too much as they do manage to pick up the small camp here now. So Raylisa can try to stack it for himself or whatnot.
Someone stack my Ancients.
No one else is stacking for him. Scourge. He's got a couple clicks off here.
He's going to start doing it for himself pretty soon. It is crazy. Like, I feel like when I watch Eastern Europe, honest to God, there would have been like 8 stacks in this game by now. And we have no stacks anywhere on this map. Out, I guess. No, North America's not into it.
Which is weird because North America, we love farming. We love it. It is great. It's a lot of the times our games are just straight up farm fests with our cores and whatnot. So I'm very surprised that we're not seeing, stacks to be taken and whatnot.
Yeah. Yeah,
like
now
B9 is trying to
yeah, he's
trying
to
get
right?
a little stack on, that one. But there's a haster now picked up here for Rusi.
Interesting that Vol made the rotation, right? He farmed the hard camp, and then Frugos is getting the lane XP for a little bit and trying to like hold things ready for Vol because he just can't be in the lane because something like that will just happen to him as Frugos gets run down under the tower.
It's like they're hunting Pingu over here on the side a little bit. I'll turn back around. Get the bushwhack over onto Scourge McDuck. It's a very calm game so far, considering that we're 6.5 minutes in and haven't seen a lot of action.
Or incredibly lame, Moxie. What's going on? We have a haste run on Lesh. All right, let's go. Roosie's coming.
I can trust Trent to just say it like it is, but yeah, they're running on, and the pounce lands. They just blow up here, and they've got their eyes over here onto Lukey. They'll just burn him down too. Bloody 9 now is forced to just retreat behind the tower, and Frogos is also nearby as well, but I don't think he's going to be making any moves at this moment. So we talked about, you know, the first rotation was going to be Rusi, probably going after a tower. It ends up not taking a tower, but putting pressure over onto that bottom lane, because Slark, again, not the hero that is able to easily catch up should the lane go poorly, so giving him that advantage.
Using
definitely value.
The rune of opportunity. Amazing. Game-defining rune of opportunity. That's the good stuff right there. Vol, he's hiding in the trees right now, and he does get found, but I mean, it's just the light stealer. TA was out of there. He's got farmed, you know. True. Stuns. Not many this game. DK and Hoodwink, it's all on you.
Yarn gets the bushwhack off over here on the side, but Frogos is also making this rotation. It's an impale, though, going forward up the way, but Yarn just pops. Rusi taking so much damage, though, over here. He's gonna fall just easily over to Raylalisa. Frogos now pops the spike here. Look at the damage from Raylalisa. All right. This is what I wanted to see. I wanted to see this TA get more active. I wanted to see it, you know, become more of a threat, and when you walk in like that, that's a fast way to make that TA look even better here.
Yeah, time to grab some neutral items and maybe hit Ancients eventually. They have at least dewarded this time, so that's good. But it's probably one of the supports came over and threw a sentry down, and we're like, yeah, I tried to stack, you just weren't looking, but it was blocked. So now it's clear for you, I promise. That's good. That'll keep like the mental space like healthy for your mid laner. Sometimes it's best they don't know the truth, you know? They can't be revealed to too much as mids.
Don't give away my secrets, Trent, please. Bloody 9 is bloody dead here in the middle lane. Rusi just running at the Abaddon. Not much that he can do, but Yaren also does end up teleporting to the mid lane. They want to protect this tower. Again, they do have a TA. This is someone who likes to take Roche fairly early, if possible. But the cut, you know, just trying to secure up the mid tower. A little bit less focus on towers as last time, though.
This one is so important for them, though. As you're saying, this game, like, yeah, he is really gone. They have the obs in between too, so you can see that this is like clearly their one objective that they're trying to achieve right now is the cut. And Yaren should just be like camping out here as much as possible, throwing bushwhacks and slowing it down. Oh, the splitter.
You're a fan of biased caster Trent.
Well, you know, you're trying to make some combo plays. I'm all about the offense. That was defense. Of course, it's not.
This is the, you know, Tower Assault day number 3 coming out here from the side of the cut. Although Volt does have to be careful. That Meld Strike does a lot of damage. Plus the slow. Turns around, tries to get the stun off. He's not going to be able to. So you are going to end up losing that Centaur. Lukey wanting to place a little bit more damage over here on this tower just before this Dragon Form's gonna go down here. You see, running for his life. The jump forward though from Raylalisa should have enough damage as he goes to the bottle. No, Yarns will be able to collect over on the Leshrek. So this tier 1 in the middle lane is gonna go over to the side of DogChamp.
I am a massive proponent of Leshrek in all forms, but I think the cut need to stay away from this hero because I don't think they have the Leshrek mindset or something going on. Like, this Leshrek is being hung out to dry. He's going too aggressive on his own. The first move was great with the Rune of Opportunity, but the plays since then have been rather disastrous. Like, not respecting the squishiness of the hero on the earlier end. I don't know if he has like too much reliance on the Stampede or what, but to lose your tower like that and just get like blown up twice in a row after having a nice start is a very bad way to start your game as Lesh.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised considering the lineup that they have over on the side of the cut, that they have not taken a single tower just yet. You know, we laugh at Lukey running in with his face with that dragon form, but, you know, it worked out for them because, like you said, they're not respecting the fact that the Lesh is a little bit too squishy.
Yeah, I mean, that was the same dragon form that ended up finishing that tower and getting the kill on Lesh, or like helping to secure it. Pretty value stuff there from Lukey. Gotta love the super simple offlane hero of the Dragon Knight right now, as Yaren is escaping through the tree with the scurry. So there goes that tower. You spoke it into existence, a tower take now from the cut.
They also end up losing the bottom tier 1, so a bit of mirroring going on right now. But I am happy to see Raylalisa is going to have more of a game. We have the Blink Dagger online a lot faster this time around. And we have part of that Desolator also begun. So I think we'll be seeing a faster, stronger, more active TA this time around.
Look at the gap between the DK and the Centaur, though. It's like 1,000 gold. It's like he already has the Blink Dagger complete, and Yaren, after running through the trees there, put a very good ward down to help prepare for a potential tier 2 tower push in the top lane. So Yaren can now like play this dead lane, run into the trees if things get dicey, farm up towards the Solar Crest, and that's going to help guarantee the Roche when they want to go for it, and it's as fast as possible. So I really like the perimeter setup here from DogChamp, looking much better than game one, and obviously they have quite the net worth lead too.
Well, we have that Yules that we talked about to be able to set up over onto any hero. Of course, when you are going after an Abaddon, it's a little bit scary, especially when you have to follow up that Sharpshooter coming in hot, but still going to be Ray Lalisa who get the final hit off.
Oh my god, the punish. He gets Blink stunned by a DK, Blink jumped on by a Templar Assassin, and the Sharpshooter too, just in case. All because he tried to Yule stun an Abba with ulti. I mean, this
How
one's
dare you
the
touch our captain, they say.
Like, seriously, though. It really is just like a lack of, I don't know, it feels like just not respecting DogChamp's burst or expecting too much out of the hero itself. I don't know if Vol's Archie is bound, because I feel like, I mean, maybe the Stampede doesn't save you anyway through that one stun, but it's clearly the Lesh thinks it's going to save him or something.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't think we've seen a Stampede just yet come out from the side of the cut. But I mean, while this is going, I don't know here, because I was about to say Scourge has had a lot of breathing room during all this, but he hasn't been active. He hasn't been able to participate in a lot of these fights, and I feel like that's very important for something like a Slark. What do you think about this?
Yeah, I think it's a hero where the gold isn't necessarily like, I feel like gold has a lot of value on Slark. Like, he doesn't have to be like a huge net worth to still have a crazy team fight if he gets the right place off. And here's our Stampede. It's actually for the bottom lane save on Frugos, and also to initiate
No, it's up top too. Yeah, they go after Yaren, but look at these teleports immediately. Power Rangers, TP, Ray Lilies is here. Pingu was looking very tanky earlier on in lane, but he does not have that tank when you have this TA with the Deso, with the Melt Strike and Traps coming at you, so.
Oh, and that's going to put Scourge right out of the Ancients too. Doesn't feel confident in this area now. Has a TP down bottom, but they're actually... They're coming right through here. Yeah, he just straight up canceled that. He's like, all right, I'm going to die if I do that. Back to the Ancients, I guess.
Not going to be able to get their hands on Licky. And Creep is having a very relaxing game this time around, sitting at second top net worth, currently at about around 15 minutes or so. This game looking a lot better for DogChamp.
Yeah, you wanted a better game for Ray Lalisa, and they certainly found it. Ancient stacks are not, what do I know, they weren't even necessary.
Scourge is bushwhacked here. Sharpshooter comes in, and that's a dead little fishy.
Yeah. That is one aspect of the multiple. I mean, they've only got two pretty good stuns, but as long as you get them together, that burst damage, that's AA and Hoodwink. That is the two most valuable heroes in that regard right now in Dota. That you can convert a simple stun into like almost a guaranteed death every time.
And this opens up that Roshan for them. So TA doing work with the Deso should be able to finish off very nicely and pick up an Aegis. Ice Path comes out. Frogos backing off. Oh, with a nice stop over onto.
Oh, there we go.
There. Rusi following up. There's a lot of AoE damage. The Stampede comes out. They'll be able to take down Licky. Vol running for his life now. They've already popped the borrowed time over on the Abaddon. So they can re-engage over onto Bloody Knight. He does have that shield. He'll buy just a little bit more time. Scourge is here, though. He wants Ray Lalisa. And again, we do have the Aegis. Nice bushwhack coming out, but the follow-up is here. Pingu is just blown up. Nice Ice Path coming through, but they'll be able to go break the passive here. Scourge trying to just run away now as Rusi is just getting clicked away relentlessly and will fall. Scourge looks like he's going to be able to evacuate immediately. Frogos walking underneath the sentry ward. Has to be a little bit careful. Creep pinging him out.
Oh,
Drop a trap here,
pick on the Aegis, right? Yeah, he's like, maybe I can just burn this down right now. I'm kind of survival enough to find. And man, I actually thought that the cut headed for a second there. What, like 4 heroes all in that Macropyre and the Ice Path, and we know they have all this chain stun to follow up, but just wasn't quite enough damage there in the end. And I'm sure a very disappointing engagement for them. I'm sure they got a couple of kills, but could have been so much more.
Creep using that rage, just clicking away over on Frogos. He can't do anything. They did drop the Macropyre, and they're going to try to clean up this creep wave, delay this push a little bit, try to slow down Licky, of course, with that dragon form, but they have so much damage here. It's going to be difficult for the cut to push them away.
Okay, Pinko has to be careful. He is not tanky at this point of the game now with the Hoodwink being there. Like, one stun from Lukey, and I think anyone just dies. Yeah, look, he just wants it.
Yep. Lisa jumping in, feeling fearless here. They want Pingu so bad. That sharpshooter. Oh, the last hit coming out from Lisa, just cleaning up Pingu.
Oh, he was so close to getting out. I can't believe he didn't smoke there to survive.
Vol here, he was looking pretty tanky, but they're gonna try to jump back in again. They split Earth over onto Lisa. Can they burn down? No, but the Life Stealer jumping in will be able to give a little bit more tank here. He'll pop back out. They want to burn this Aegis though. Lisa staying alive for so very long. Eventually they'll be able to pop the Aegis, but they take out Rusi in the meanwhile. They back up. They buy back on Lesh. They don't want. Oh, stops are beautiful. Nice ice path following up, but they just have so much damage. Vol who's gonna fall. Another nice split Earth over onto the back lines. Can they take down Creep? Can they take down Bloody Nine? They'll take down Bloody Nine, but they take down Scourge. Rusi, he just popped back. He can't afford to die again. Decent amount of damage coming up with this TA. Lisa coming in with a melt strike, just ripping him apart. That is the two supports over on the side of the cut, and they're doing everything possible. They finally managed to take down Lakey. All right, that's a start, but I don't know how much more they can do. It looks like DogChamp, they're gonna back off here. I don't feel like they necessarily needed to do that. I feel like they could have taken another half of this Rax. What do you think, Trent?
They got everything valuable. It's fine. Everyone was a little bit low. That was a classic case of the Dota blinders were unfortunately on there for the side of the cup because those three heroes were all stunned and low HP. I think it was like DK, Hoodwink, and Lifestealer. And they're all just like looking at them, trying to clean them up. And Lisa is, no joke, standing in the middle of like the 5 heroes on the cut and just swinging for like 6 seconds straight and killing everyone after he came back from the Aegis. And they're just like, oh, but we can clean up the other heroes and then maybe focus Rayleigh. It's like, no, look at this TA. She's melting everyone.
More like melding everyone. I'm sorry, you're the dad. You're the one who's supposed to be making these jokes, not me.
Someone's got to do it.
Someone's got to have the cringe coming out here. But
I've got it in buckets. Don't worry. I'm saving it for later, guys. Game 3, it'll just be cringe nonstop, and they're just wondering like, this isn't the cringe cast. I thought we were already there. But now on to the bottom tower. They push and they take. And honestly, Moxie, I think we're looking pretty good for a game 3. We tried to find a comeback plan in game 1. This one's a little more feasible though. They have the big wombo combo potential if they all just like group up as 5 again.
Nice ice path, split Earth. Immediately, though, the shield comes out. Frogus looking for the opening. Already used the Impale. Has to be careful here. They have a lot of initiation. They'll go in for the Stampede. Nice stun. Jumping onto the line, trying to just blow up Creep. Voldo taking so much damage. Again, Lisa just allowed to do whatever he wants. And they'll follow up here. B9 does have himself a little package inside, but then is going to pop. The follow-up, though, over onto Rusi. The Leshrek just absolutely obliterated now because they're just letting this TA do whatever he wants.
Yeah, it's very interesting because typically, I mean, this is 2 games in a row now we're having racks being taken before 20 minutes. I think it was like 19 they pushed game 1, and this time it was like 17 minutes, even faster. As it's not something we see in Dota very often because people are just like so passive and they just want to like farm up for the next item instead. But they're taking advantage of the level advantage that they have right now. They're just too tanky because the spells are too low on some of these supporting casts that want to get these like big wombos together that can actually bring them back into this game. So despite it being like kind of off meta, I really like them continuing this push without waiting for the next Roche.
Some fast fingers on the blink here. Scourge having to pounce away. Frogus popping the spike. Carapace, look at this long range hits coming in. The sharpshooters are on point today coming out from Yara. It's still going to be Creep who collects the kill, but they're going to end up losing themselves another piece. Oh, a 3-man stop over onto the back lines. Bull is going to pay for this with his life because they keep just jumping after these 3 heroes and just totally ignoring Lisa, who's dishing out so much damage. Pingu is the next one to fall as Creep is just chewing through them. I don't know, Trent. This is looking rough.
Yeah, like how do they not have a pipe and they just keep surviving? I swear, this team looks like they're under like so many like helpful auras and stuff, but it's not really the case. It's just Bloody Nine spamming out his spells, and well, much like game 1, they're gonna have thrown in the towel pretty early. Another merciful GG call for us, is they're not gonna make us wait for a assured victory. They just want to get into game 3 and forget this one happened.